Welcome back to the LNC Painter YouTube channel and to the final episode of rebuilding my Mclaren 720s. In today's video, we're gonna get this car roadworthy again. We're gonna bleed the hydraulic suspension, steering, rear aero. Everything's tied in, and we're gonna use this little contraption here to bleed, vacuum, and then fill it with the CHF 11S fluid. Basically, this is our vacuum chamber, compressor. Then we're gonna fill this chamber with the fluid, connect air to it, pressurize it, vacuum the system, and then fill the system.
That's the first thing that happens, right? Yeah, there's one. There's two. Connected. We have to open up each
and this one's closed.
Yeah, this one's closed right here.
Okay.
So that won't go anywhere. Ready?
So what are we gonna? We're gonna put all 7 quarts or all 7 liters in there. Make sure it has plenty of fluid to fill the system up.
Test run number 1. We're about to find out. Okay, ready?
There it goes. Now
It's gone, it's gone. There it goes.
now it's getting wet. Okay, yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Is there fluid? Is it? Good. Well, let's try to fill it, see what happens, huh?
Yeah.
So we're under vacuum here. So when we're ready to fill, we close this and open that.
All right, we got the vacuum pressure inside the tank. So now we flip this switch, and ideally everything should go in the system.
3, 2, 1. That's better.
Yeah, now it's filling it up.
I think it's full.
Does it?
It's not taking anymore.
So then you just disconnect. You close this.
See?
Yeah.
So let's do that. Disconnect these.
That's closed.
Cap's filled. So now what?
Now it says to put it on the floor, and then obviously we can start it.
Let's do it.
So let me throw the tires on. See if the lift works. If the aero works, that means we're in business.
Let's try it out.
All right, let's throw the tires on, get the car to the floor, and then we can run the car and see if the lift works, if the spoiler aero works, and if the system is filled, which I think it is.
Switch is high in the front.
Yeah, the lift is on. There's no messages. All the messages are cleared.
Can you activate the wing?
Let's see.
Oh, aero. What's the aero button do? Oh, it's going up.
All right, looks like we just successfully bled the hydraulic suspension system. Hydraulic system is filled. I'm getting no error codes, and I think that's it. Not much else is needed. We're officially hydraulic certified DIY, thanks to Hollywood Mechanic on YouTube channel. I watched this video. He showed us how to build the entire system, and it worked like a charm. Here's my new subframe reinforcement. Got it used, but looks just like new. nice and straight. And we're gonna replace this one. It's got a little kink to it. So a couple bolts, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts total. And this thing should just slide right down. There's the old one, here's the new one. I'm not sure what this sensor is, but I'm gonna transfer it over just because I had the car running and I had no codes or anything abnormal, so I just want to make sure it's all the same. I'm gonna go ahead and do the transmission service as well. We got our new transmission oil filter from the dealer. Wasn't cheap, but we got it. And then we got our gear oil here, 75/90. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna remove the fill plug, remove the drain plug, let the oil drain, and then we'll go ahead and remove the oil filter, which is right here, held on by a 10 mil. And then we can drain everything, refill it, and check the levels. Should be simple enough. Let's do it. Заливаешь пока from the drain по не польется.
Ты уже drain сделал?
No, I'm draining it now. 720s.
Смотри, какой она чистенькая.
Dude, it was just serviced 5,000 miles ago, but you know, you never know. It's clean, huh?
Yep. Super clean.
Here's the old one. A little dirty, I would say. Alright, so I filled it with about 4.5 liters and it started leaking out the fill plug, so I tightened it up. Now we're gonna start the car and let it run for about 2 minutes and then we'll check it again. I replaced this AC line and the dryer. It was broken and the AC leaked out. So now we're gonna refill the system. The 134A and charge ports are in the driver's side rear wheel well behind the liner. So here we are. Vacuum everything out and then charge 0.65 kilograms of refrigerant. And our AC should start working and be ready for the weekend. Making good progress. The front, I already installed all the wheel well liners. Same on this side. Once I charge the AC, I already did the oil change, I did the transmission change, I installed the lower diffuser. So now I'm gonna install the rear fender liners and get this car finally off the lift. The wheels are installed, the car is on the floor, and I think it's time for our first test drive. The car drives perfect, no issues. This thing rips big time. The aero works. Let me show you guys. So you push this button, the active, and then the aero goes on as well. And same with the front lift. You just push this button right here. And now the car is lifted. Got plenty of clearance now to go up and down the driveways with the front lift system. Beautiful. That pretty much finishes the McLaren. The test drive went great. All the aero works, the suspension is bled, and it drives amazing. All that's left now is to give this car a nice detail wash and it'll be ready to go. Let's do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and following me along on this McLaren 720s rebuild. From the looks of it, I didn't really see a collision or damage done to this car. From what I saw, everything was unbolted. Cosmetically, the body was undamaged, no issues with the bumpers or the side skirts. Everything was intact, and I didn't even have to repair or paint anything aside from the few things on the rear bumper. They had a crack up top, not sure where it was from, but maybe from transportation, and then a little scuff on the top of the front bumper, which was probably from storing all those parts that were unbolted going in and out of the trunk and whatnot. So underneath, the bumpers were clean, not damaged. The front bumper was completely assembled. They had all the parking sensors, they had the lower front spoiler, and nothing was broken. Like I said, all the suspension components were unbolted. Even had some of the bolts kind of screwed back into the spots where the suspension arms go. What I did was order all new arms, all new parts, rotors, shocks, bolted everything on, and within a week this car was driving on its own off the trailer. After installing all the miscellaneous shields, doing all the fluids, oil, transmission, this car is ready to hit the streets, and I'm gonna enjoy this one. It's gonna be a fun car to drive. It is gonna be for sale, obviously, down the line. For now, I'm just gonna enjoy the beautiful Spyder 720S. Summer's coming up right around the corner, so perfect time to get into one. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to give me a comment below, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one.